I understand that, but what have your hands really done alone? What have you did well that God didn't assist? What miracle ever fell out of the sky because you jumped up in it? Here's the thing is, I'm not saying you're not talented. I'm not saying you're not funny and smart or beautiful or handsome or whatever it is that you got going on for you. What I'm saying is all of that stuff by itself fades. All that stuff by itself will get you in the room, but it won't get you the job. I did a little bit of everything in my life. And I'm going to tell you, one day you're the prettiest girl in the room, and the next day you're not going to be. And in the years that I modeled, if your face is your card, like today, I got a zit. I'm going to think that I'm going to show up and I'm not going to have good skin. I might not get the job. Or in publishing. You know, I'm a good writer, but there's a lot of good writers. And whatever mood that editor is in that day is why we pray before we submit anything to the editor, even when we know them. Because I am so used to getting the emails that say, hey, Brooke, it's so good to see you. We love you. We read the whole thing in a weekend. But here's the thing, we don't think we can sell this. Not because it's not great, it's just that we're already, you've heard things like that before. And these are people that have published my books in the past. It don't mean that they don't like me. It means that it wasn't my turn. It means that that wasn't the book. It means that that was practice for the next thing, the real thing. And that's always been true in my life. I'm sort of semi-retired as a journalist. I wouldn't call myself fully retired. But when I worked at the Christian Broadcasting Network, I remember all the stories we got to write and how it moved where I got to do stories for Fox News and CNN until I just couldn't stomach journalism anymore because the world was just so bad. Same thing goes there. If you don't pick up a story and you don't like the way somebody wants to paint that story, somebody else will come along. And we used to make good money if you're willing to write the story that they want. Why do I tell you all of these things? I tell you that because talent and beauty or whatever it is in itself is not going to do nothing. It might get you somewhere, but without God, it's not going to get you to the space that you were destined to be. So is it not better if you say, Brooke, I don't know what to do, or Brooke, it's out of my hands, or I have no control over this? And if you were in my office, you know what I would say? I'd say, man, you just entered the best place that you ever been. If it is out of your hands, and you place it in God's hands and you don't leave it for the devil to come along and pick up, guess what happens now? I am Jehovah Nissi, El Roy, the God who sees you, Jehovah Rapha, all the many names of our God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and everybody else, the God of Brooke, the God of you, whoever it is that you know that believes in that way. And you call on the name of the Lord, and you put it in Jesus' hands, and you watch what nail-scarred hands can do with your life when you don't know what's going on. Sometimes the biggest gift I ever see in my pastoral office is when people tell me, I just can't do it no more. Good. Well, we can work with that now. Now we can work with that because you're tired of trying to figure it out, because you're tired of trying to do it your way, and you're just like, I'm just going to give up. Good, you go do that. You give up, you go home, you get to praying, you get to worshiping, and you come out and tell me how you feel when God tells you, I got it from here. That's not giving up. Giving up is giving up. Giving it over is different. And that's what I'm talking about. I don't want you to give up. But a lot of times when you say give up, you don't realize yet that you mean give it over. So give it over to God today. And I'm going to go home and put on some makeup and act like I know something because I got to go to work. But listen, whether I was in makeup or in a suit or whether I was sitting here in an Alice in Chains t-shirt just fresh out of the bed sweating, I'm the same person in that, out of that, when I look nice, when I look like a tater. You know why? Because the favor of God, it ain't fair, and it also ain't free, and I didn't get here by myself. Because if I'd have got here by myself, you never would have saw me. I love you. You can do this. God's got you, and I wish you'd act like you knew it. I'll come back and check on you, because there's a wasp that believes in you too.